one of the things that I talked about in the beginning was where a lot of small businesses fail, or they don't keep track of all the leads that they get. They don't keep them in a database, and they don't stay in communication with them. It's really, really important if you're going to spend the money to bring a lead in that you actually have the correct estimation of effort it takes to take that person to a close. So it's not just a matter of putting your name out there or, or getting the phone to ring. Especially if you're not answering your phone, this is so vital. We will be providing within the next few weeks call tracking phone numbers so that if somebody calls a number that's on your postcard, you'll actually be able to go onto our website, log in, and hear how that call was handled so that you know when the calls are coming. This is a big, let me diverge and just talk about this for a minute, because I don't know how many of you builders out there have children, but when you have a child, you have to tell them the same things over and over and over and over and over again, because they just don't do it. It's marketing at home to the child, right? Bring your shoes upstairs, bring your shoes upstairs. So when you have a receptionist or even any kind of a staff member, you have to give them the same message over and over again to get them to do what you want them to do. If you tell the receptionist, make sure you find out how the lead heard about us, and they say, no problem, boss, I'll do it. And then a week goes by and she forgets or he forgets to ask, and then you come up and say, hey, did anybody call off those postcards? Nope, sir, not one person has called off those postcards, because they don't want to get in trouble. You ask them to do it, and now they realize they didn't do it, and that's just human nature. They're going to sort of say that, no, nobody called off of that. So it's important that you ensure that you remind your lovely receptionist every single day, please don't forget to ask. Now, once we offer those call tracking phone numbers, then we'll be able to see exactly where those calls came from. We can, you can listen to the calls and make sure that the receptionist is asking for all the contact information and how the prospect heard about you. So that's very, very important, because you want to be able to follow up with that person. And if you don't have their contact information, how are you going to follow up with them? There's many ways to do lead follow-up. The best thing to do is to put it into a system. You know, how many times do you see a Snuggie commercial or the Chopper or one of those, commercials that go on TV all the time? It's like you have to see it a lot before you feel compelled to buy one of those items. How often do we see the Coca-Cola symbol in every movie we watch, or Pepsi or Nike? One mailing one time is not going to do much for you. Follow-up. Once you get that lead, it's important to follow up with emails. You can do e-newsletters. I recommend that you start doing them monthly. We do it every single week, but it's a lot to put together a newsletter. We do offer that service as well.